about the suitability or the impartiality of the Secretary of State. Not just that, but the Culture Secretary and the Prime Minister, who relied on the advice of Sir Gus O'Donnell, actively, knowingly and deliberately kept the Cabinet Secretary in the dark about what had been going on between them, and matters that, at the very least, were entirely relevant to whether this Secretary of State was a suitable person to conduct this process. I'll give way to my honourable friend.
Whilst my right honourable friend was making that accusation, the Culture Secretary was shaking his head. This is an opportunity for him to refute that allegation by intervening. Would my honourable friend welcome such an intervention?
I would indeed welcome an intervention that told the House why neither the Secretary of State nor the Prime Minister thought that it was appropriate to tell the Cabinet Secretary of the existence of his memo from November to the Prime Minister. He should have gone to the Cabinet Secretary and said, this is relevant to your decision as to whether I'm a suitable person. Why did the Secretary of State not make that available?
Because I wasn't party to any of the discussions between the Prime Minister and the Cabinet Secretary.
Then the Secretary of State will have known on the 22nd of December that the Cabinet Secretary had written to me saying he was in the clear. Any honest Secretary of State would have turned round at that moment.
Point of order, Mr. Bottomley. When an honourable or right honourable member starts using any honest something, we're getting close to the time when I think we be careful. That is not a point of order for the Chair. Can I say as well that we must use temperate language throughout this debate? That would be incredibly useful for the tone of this debate, but also having an eye to the time that the wind-ups will be coming on round about 1:45, and therefore if we can focus on the subject matter of the debate, that would be useful for the good tone of the debate. Mr. Speller.
It must, shall we say, have occurred to the Secretary of State that the Cabinet Secretary